Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Singh Sabha Sports Centre in Slough. Today the grounds are home to a football tournament hosted by the organisation Sikh Youth UK. A tournament which they've been running for 9 consecutive years now, and I've got to say each year they've levelled it up in some way or another. So I'm excited to see what new element they've brought in this time round. But before all of that, I think it's important for me to highlight and give you some context behind this annual event. Now, while many have made it here today for football, there are a lot more important causes that have got everyone together here, and that is to commemorate the Shaheeds of the Sikh Panth, but also to raise awareness around the injustice Sikhs are facing around the world to this day. You're very welcome in joining me today in this programme. I do hope you enjoy it.
So, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We've been attending the Sikh tournaments since the beginning, since when they were in Birmingham. And the format of the tournaments hasn't changed at all. It's always been about Pachard. The football's been a plus, but the main goal is to talk about Sikh history, 84, our Shaheed things. And we've successfully, Sikh Youth do it, they run it, but we've, as an organisation, as Sikh Welfare, we've supported them in every single tournament. We've driven children up to Birmingham. We brought teams here. As they've said in the tournament, the main purpose is the Pachard, and the Pachar's got stronger and better, more in depth. We've had guest speakers, which we never had before, that have come on stage and engaged the Sangat and the young children to tell them what happened and the history behind it.
You mentioned it there, but could you just re-emphasize on that? And what is the most important thing about these tournaments?
Well, the most important, the fun aspect of the tournament is the football. But the football isn't why we do these tournaments. The reason we do these tournaments is Ityas, and in particularly 84. Because 84 is a topic that's everybody's trying to bury, the British government, the Indian government, they're trying to bury this topic so our future generations that are coming up don't know this topic, don't understand this topic. So tournaments like this, where the idea is play. You come and play football, so young kids as young as 7 and 8 are coming to play football. But whilst they're here, they're learning about 1984. They're learning about Sanji. They're learning about the Shaheed things, the Qurbaniyan they gave, the platform they've given us. What we stand on today is because of their Qurbaniyan. That is unreplaceable. That's the most important thing.
Tell me a bit about what you've seen today. So, what age of people have been from young to old, and what sort of stalls are there around, and what have you seen?
So we're the organisation I volunteer for is Sikh Welfare Awareness Team Youth. And now we run youth clubs around the country. And our children start from the age of 10 all the way up to 16, and there's a mixture of boys and girls. So every tournament, we've always put a team or 2 teams or 3 teams into the tournament. This year, we've had a girls team go and play in tournament. We've had a girls team ever since they've come to Slough. And we've had an adult boys team, which was actually a kids team. But as the tournament's gone along, they've grown older and older. Now they're playing the adult side. They've come here. They're meeting Singhs from all over the country. In the Bibiyan meeting Bibiyan from all over the country. So the vision of one Panth, they're identifying and learning your brothers and sisters all over the country. And you engage with them. Yes, you're aggressive and you're passionate when you're playing football, but when you're off the pitch, you start doing Sikhi Vichar. You start talking about, just a couple of minutes ago, I was talking to Paji back there about 84. And he was telling me things that I didn't know, and I was telling things that he didn't know. And that's the importance. It's a fun family environment. Brazorg, young people, old people, we're all getting together, we're all learning something, and we're all talking to each other. So not all the Pachar is happening on the stage. A lot of the Pachar is happening on the sidelines of the football pitch, where you're standing next to a young Singh or an older Singh or a Singhani or anything, and you start talking about 84. 84 leads on to another topic, and before you know it, you're talking about issues within the Panth that are deep issues, and which is the whole purpose.
You mentioned your female team, which has been entering whenever they started. Could you mention or go into detail about one of the ladies in that team? How has she changed from the start to now in terms of Sikhi?
In fact, I'd say the whole team, not just one individual team. We've got.
Could you mention that? My question won't come in.
Yeah. So for example, our team that comes in from the Bibiyan that play in a variety of ages, from teenage ages into young adults, and even younger than teenage actually. And what we found is that Sangha that we've had, I've seen the young girls grow in the sense that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them in that team never wore the star. Hana? 3 of that team won Amatari. And since they've been mixing with Gursikh Sangat, inside with the tournament, outside the tournament, Guru Cars, all 5 of them were in the Stara. From the youngest girl, who is 10 or 11 years old, to our eldest, which is about 21, 22. They all went to Stara. 3 of them got blessed with Amrit together. So these things work. These environments. Sangat is key to your Sikhi Jeevan. If your Sangat is, in one word, bad Sangat, as in a different form of Sikhi, they go out and about, they drink, then you become like those people you hang around with. But if your Sangat is Gursikhs, you eventually will become a Gursikh. And that's clearly happened in the Sangat of our Bibiyan. They've, from not wearing the Malay, they became the Malay wearing Bibiyan. And the Maharaja's Kirpa, they got blessed with Amrit as well. And they're now inspiring other Bibiyan that they're meeting, younger ones and older ones, to take that step as well.
That's all the questions I have. Do you have anything else to add?
Just to the parents that are going to see this at home, these events take place all over the UK, and it's important to support these events. And it's very important to bring your children to these events to educate them and give them a Sangat different from what they normally would have, and a positive Sangat. So next tournament that happens next year, wherever it might be, here in London or in the Midlands or further out, go to it. Even if you're not putting a team in, go to it. Listen to the Pachar. Listen to the Singhs and the Singhini that are talking to each other. And just see where that takes you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। जो 9th एनुअल शहीदी टूरनामेंट इस ਵੀਕਐਂਡ ਤੇ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, ਸਲੋਹ ਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਹੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ शुभ काम ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਥ ਦਿੱਤਾ। ਰਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਾਇਆ। परमात्मा की मेहर ਦੇ ਨਾਲ दिन भी बहुत ही सोहना लगा, मौसम बहुत प्यारा लगा। जो बड़ी खुशी की गल है जो सलोह दियाँ दोवें टीमां फाइनल च गईयां तो ये भी बड़ी खुशी की गल है। अपने टाउन की टीम ने जो कप जितया है, सारे ही टाउन नूं, सारे ही जिन्ने भी अपने सलोह के रहने वाले प्लेयर जो भी वासी हैं सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ बहुत बहुत ही ਵਧਾਈਆਂ। ਅਤੇ जो ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਭਾਗ ਲਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ भी बहुत बहुत ਵਧਾਈਆਂ। बड़े ही ਸੁਚੱਜੇ ਢੰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ उन्होंने ऑर्गेनाइज किया, बहुत ही प्यार के नाल सत्कार नाल सारिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ टूरनामेंट कराया ਅਤੇ कामयाबी ते सफलता की है। दास वालों गुरु प्रबंध कमेटी वालों बहुत बहुत सलोह टाउन ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਪਲੇਅਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ बहुत बहुत ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲਿਆ। बहुत ही अच्छा टूरनामेंट होया। दास इन्ना कहंदा है खिमा जाचक है, बहुत ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ जी। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਯੂਥ ਯੂਕੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਪਾਇਆ। ਦੋਨੇ ਟੀਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ। ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਲੋਹ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ 3rd ਟਾਈਮ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਰੋ ਦੇ ਵਨ ਦਿਸ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ 9th ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਵਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕਾਂ ਦਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕੌਮਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਦੀਆਂ ਉਹੀ ਜਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਨ। ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਈਏ ਤਾਂ ਗਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ ਕੌਮ ਹੀ ਸਮਝ ਲਓ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ। ਸੋ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੀਮ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਨੂੰ, ਸਾਰੇ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ਰ ਨੂੰ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧਾਈ, ਰਨਰ ਅਪ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈ। ਅਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਆਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਸਕਸੈਸਫੁਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਰਹੇਗਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇਹਦਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦੀ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਵਾ, ਇਹ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਭਾ ਸਲੋਹ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਵਾ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੇਵਾਦਾਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
Waiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waiguru Ji Ki Fateh. Just like to say thank you to the organisers of this tournament. 2 days of great sporting activities where we had from children all the way to the adult sections. And like to say a big thank you to all the sponsors, Sri Guru Singh Sabha Gurdwara, Guru Manio Granth Gurdwara, and all the other sponsors that came down and sported in any other way they could. And again, we'd like to congratulate all the organisation, everybody who took part. Waiguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waiguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So as you all are aware, this is a Sikh Youth UK 9th annual Shaheedi football tournament. Now why do we stand here as Sikh Youth UK to do this? Because from the community, everyone's aware, everyone here and others are fully aware what goes on with Sikhs in the community. So what happens is, as an organisation, we get a lot of issues come to us. Some of you are aware, some of you not. You can see today's event is a political event and it's about what the remembrance of 1984 is. But day to day, what do our team and our Sevadars do? We stand up for our deep end Izzat, because perpetrators from the Pakistani community especially, they target our sisters, they target our daughters, they take them away from their homes, they send them into grooming gangs, they gang rape them, and that's our problem. And this is why we do this. Many years ago in this city alone, Chowvi, around here, perpetrators, our Singh brothers had to go to jail for that. So you need to remember that. This is across the country. It doesn't just happen in Slough, it happens everywhere. Why am I speaking passionately about that? Because I deal with it day to day. I see it. What they do is infiltrate your community first. You know, just like the British Raj did and the Mughal Raj, many centuries ago, they're still doing it to this day. They infiltrate our community. They come into our Gurdwara dressed as Sikhs. They come into our sports clubs, our associations, and they target us. Then they take our daughters away, the mothers away, sisters away, start having affairs, exploit them for their gains. So this is our problem. And as our brothers, there's many Gupta brothers here you wouldn't even know about. Gupta brothers sitting here who have gone to jail defending the honor of our Di Ben, the Izzat. That's priority. Look at these things behind us. They all sacrificed themselves because why was Punjab such a bad state? Because they were targeting and doing Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Biyadabi. They were doing wrong to our sisters, and this is what we stand for, not just here in the UK, across the board, Punjab especially, but most importantly here in the UK, our daughters are most targeted by Pakistani men, and that's the problem we have as a community. Reason being they target our community is because culturally there's similarities, and they know full well that our daughters won't speak out. So that's our problem, and we will continue to stand against that. So the whole point of this tournament is to create a safe space for our brothers, our sisters, our daughters, our children to come, play in a nice, calm environment, governed by Gurmat and Gursikhs. There's Singhs here who have been doing better, keeping an eye. That's what we're about. We stand up for our deep end Izzat. And if our brothers act like that as well, you need to wake up. You need to wake up and smell the coffee, because we're not governed by that mat. We're governed by Gurmat. We have to protect our deep end Izzat. If you know that there's something going wrong, you need to stand up for that. You don't conduct yourselves like that. Our Gurdwara clubs, activities, look, our Gurdwara open, Char Dora Khulliya, Langar, come Matha take to Maharaj. But our extracurricular activities are for the Panth. Our investment, that Golak is for the Qawm and the Panth, it can't go out of the Panth. It shouldn't be for anyone else. It's as simple as that. So that's the importance of being here today. It's a safe space for the Panth, for our sisters to be here. Look at most of our Sevadars on the side, they're female. Why? Because they know they're protected here by their brothers. You go to any other orgs, very few Sikh welfare, they have BBR Sevadar. Many, very few orgs have female Sevadars because they know what goes on. They're not safe, and we have to create more safe spaces like these events for the Qawm to go forward. Thank you, Singh Sabha Slough, for letting us host it on your grounds. Bye Sabaya, Haj. 1984 tribute, well done. Thank you for supporting our tournament. Always a sister project of ours. Jada Sida Prachar Kardeya. Sikh welfare. Thank you. Doing massive, fantastic work for the Sikh in the community. Guru Manio Granth Gurdwara and Singh Sabha Slough Gurdwara. Thank you. So if Jaskaran Singh can present some of the Sevadars awards first to all the Sevadars. So if the Sevadars were sat there on the side, if you guys can come up and collect the trophies, well done. Without them, this event wouldn't have happened. They've done Langar Seva and everything. So you guys there, if you could all come up. Simran, Boogie, Gordon, Gov. Thank you guys. Without them, they've been working hard all weekend, making sure everything's run smooth. This wouldn't have happened without them. You can see how the atmosphere's changed this year. We've done a lot more work. So thank you guys, well done. Well done guys, thank you. And they come every year, they understand why they do it, they understand our religious sentiments as well. We're in our Karpana, we're in our Kakar, so they understand that, and why we do the tournament in remembrance of June 1984. And thank you to all the pitch managers who have done fantastic today. Well done, guys. Bole Sonehal. Glad to see these guys in the final. Mandeep, they played for the Khalistan national football team. They represented us. Respect to them. Mandeep scored the first goal for Khalistan in an international game. Big respect to him. He represented Khalistan proudly. Well done, guys. And now for this year's winners, I think it's third time on the trot, Singh Sabha Slough.